How much should you pay for an exciting and premium feeling watch? Hundreds? Well, this mysterious code costs just $70. It's a sweeping second-hand hybrid quartz, homaging a very expensive and a very elegant piece. So this watch here specifically homages the IWC Ingenieur. Now that is a very expensive watch, and it is elegant, it is sporty, it is very interesting, but it's mostly unaffordable for many of us. So Mysterious Code came to the rescue. Now I know that Mysterious Code, people usually love to hate it just for the brand name, but seriously, with all the brand names that we have on AliExpress and the micro brands, some of the watches are really good, but the names are really weird. So let's just step away from the name and actually talk about this watch, because there is a lot it actually offers. Mysterious Code got inspired and started tinkering away at giving us a much more affordable version of this style watch. The homage look is great. Personally, I love the sporty look, the thin profile, and importantly, the array of funky dial colors available. Now I went for this bright and saturated sunny yellow, but there are orange, purple, white, black, navy blue, and even a sky blue version available. So as I mentioned, this watch will set you back $70, and the link to the listing is in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're interested in picking it up. And now, without further ado, let's get into the details and I'll tell you everything you need to know and you want to know about this watch. Let's do it. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 40mm, a height of 10.2, a lug-to-lug length of 50.7mm, and a lug width. Well, at integration point, the bracelet is 25mm wide, but it tapers down to 18 at the clasp, and the weight without removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist is 160 grams. There are plenty of premium features on this watch, like the screw-down case back, and on it we actually see the specs, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. It's got a screw-in crown, it's signed. We also have sapphire crystal here. The watch screams retro from the word go, yet the fine and elegant contours without the expected dome crystal, the timepiece marries contemporary traits with timeless elegance. Looking at the profile, we see a long flat flank stretching from lug to lug. At the same height, even the lug tips are not drooping in the usual slant we always see. The transition to the case top is performed by a thin yet prominent polished bevel. The other polished surface is the bezel edge of the drilled fixed bezel. The angle polished facets coupled with predominantly brushed case means an assertive appearance, yet it's softened with playful reflections on the polished bevels. Notice the caps of the drilled bezel inserts are also polished. Sitting deep, they still manage to arouse interest by catching light play. On the right, we have a guarded 6mm in diameter screw-in crown. The fine notchy threading allows for easy grip and hence convenient rotation. And yes, it is signed as well. Flip the watch over to meet and greet a large yet thankfully flat and shallow set screw-down case back. We can see the specs all round, so it does say stainless steel, sapphire crystal, and the brand name Mysterious Code. The more I look at the watch, the more I appreciate the business-like sturdiness and conservatism of this timepiece. The integrated bracelet is another charmer. I guess tolerances could be higher, yet the refinement of the outer and inner faces, their smoothness and lack of sharp corners are a confidence booster. Link articulation, link fluidity are absolutely awesome. Held together by push pins though, not screw pins. Although at $70, did we really expect screw pins? Well, potentially. The bracelet does come with a butterfly clasp, but because of the short links, finding the perfect fit should not be a problem at all. The flat sapphire crystal sits a hairline above this fixed bezel, but it is sapphire, so it's not going to get scratched easily. But the main attraction of this watch sits below the sapphire glass. The saturated sunny yellow dial, matte, yet with the textured geometric patterns resembling a block-like or chessboard pattern. The contrast of white batten indices edged in chrome is stark and effective, similar to the batten hands, all loomed except for the seconds hand. This is a very wide open, balanced and symmetrical dial. On one hand, I sort of miss the practicality of the date window. On the other though, maybe it's not quite placed here, considering the original watch doesn't have a date window either. If we take a look at the lume test, well, it has surpassed my expectations. Rather bright and relatively long lasting, not steel diver longevity, yet strong enough to last the night with ease. It's powered by sweeping second-hand movement, specifically the Seiko VH31. This movement mimics the automatic watch sweep with 4 beats of pulses per second, and you can compare that to the 6 pulses per second of the Seiko NH35 automatic movement. So this watch here will set you back $70. Do I think it's a good price? Yeah, definitely. We are getting a very well-made watch. Not just the premium components, but the way this thing has been put together. When you wear this piece on your wrist, when you even hold it in your hand, like, it feels premium, it feels expensive. It's got that nice heft to it. And the look, the colors, yeah, they're bright, they're funky, that's all nice. But they don't look cheap. That's a very important point. But still, $70. For $90, you can get a Specht and Söhne, very similar Ingenieur Homage, but that's an automatic. Anyways, I will be leaving the links to both of those watches in the description below the video, so check them out if you're after some sharp prices. Of course, these are affiliate links, meaning that if you do make a qualified purchase, I will be getting some kickback from AliExpress. It won't cost you anything, but it does help me get some commission and buy more watches so that I can review for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.